Hello, hello. My name is Daddy O, and I do a couple of faceless channels, and I do this here face channel. Do me a favor if you have a channel, leave me a comment down below. Just say yes, and if you do not have a channel, say no. If you're thinking about it, just say maybe. That helps me know what I'm talking about out here. Or if you're an Uber driver, just say Uber. That lets me know what I'm talking about. I am an Uber driver. Last night I had something happen in my vehicle that I have not had happen in a long time, especially in an Uber. Um, Years ago, I used to drive for several different other companies. I've drove the limos, I've done the party buses, I have driven the black sedans, I have done it all. Um, but there's a rule I used to have that there's nothing good happens after midnight. I need to change that. Nothing good happens after about 10 o'clock at night some nights. Um, Here's the story, and I'm going to let you in on it. I had I get a run to go pick up someone at one of the bars. It's later than I normally work. I needed the money. I'm working it, and so I do this run. I pick up this guy. When I pick him up, there's two guys standing there. Okay, so they both get in. Well, as we're driving away, neither one are talking to each other. So I kind of figured maybe they didn't know each other. They were going to the same place. Maybe they didn't know each other too well. So they get in and they kind of start bickering back and forth between them. So I'm turning the music down a little bit and so they can talk. Well, the talking didn't get too good. Uh, One of them, it turns out that one of the guys on this side here had been dating before this guy's over here sister. Uh, and I guess it wasn't a good breakup. Before I knew it, they were backhanding each other in the seat there, and it broke out into a full fledged fight. I mean, knuckles are flying. Uh, I pulled over instantly. I'm getting them out of the vehicle if I can before they tear something up. So I pull over beside the road. Uh, well, another car saw what was going on, I guess, behind me, that these guys were throwing waylays at each other. So they pulled over ahead of me also. Um, I'm sitting there. I grab all my stuff. I'm getting out of the vehicle. I got out everything I needed that was important to me, and away I went out the door. Um, these two guys continue to fight. Well, somehow or another, the door opened on that side there, and out on the ground they fell. They're out on the ground just swinging away each other. They stand up, they're swinging away each other. Most of the blows are missing. They're drunk. It's one of my first rules. I don't normally usually do that later run because nothing good happens after about midnight. Well, this was before midnight. I thought I was in good shape. No, 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 no. These guys were throwing haymakers at each other. And every once in a while, one would hit and they'd go down. And well, the person that stopped ahead of me, they got out of the vehicle. And the lady that was driving, she called 911 because there was no breaking these guys up. She calls 911. Well, the guy that got out on this side, he grabs his phone and starts doing what I should have been doing. He started filming the damn thing. Uh, I guess it may show up on YouTube. Who knows? But anyway, these guys are just going at it steadily, steadily. I mean, for about, I guess it was like 7, 8 minutes before the first officer pulls up and the second officer and the third officer and all that kind of stuff started pulling up and broke them up and everything. And it turns out that this guy on this side didn't like the fact that this guy on this side uh, had kind of shafted his sister. He felt like had run out on her, had started sleeping with someone else, and I mean, I was hearing it all. The discussions went on as they were kind of throwing haymaker. You know how it goes. These guys were just younger than me. I guess they were probably in their 30s, but they were big guys, and they didn't like each other. And I I don't know how they decided to ride together with that kind of animosity between each other. I don't know what was the idea of, yeah, let's go home, because they were going to the same address. They told me when they first got in, we're going to the same place, just, you know, um, and I just, okay. It was a hotel. Um, so there weren't regulars here. So, but apparently the sister, I think, was at the hotel, And the brother here thought he was going to take up for his sister because this guy here was here with another girl. And so it becomes, and that's what you got. You know, you never know when you're out here doing Uber who you're going to pick up. You never know what the hell's going to break loose next. You don't really know. I'm sitting here right now watching a lady over here in her Lambo. She's out checking her tires. I know she ain't locking in wheel hubs, but it kind of looked like what she was doing. But yeah, beautiful Lambo. But anyway, you never know out here what's going to happen next and who you're going to pick up. You don't know that as a driver, and you sure don't know that when you're a rider. You don't know who the driver is going to be. I have run across a lot of Uber drivers out here that I wouldn't want to ride with. Sorry, guys. Uh, some of you guys just don't do it right. I'm gonna criticize you a little bit because I hear the complaints from people that I pick up, and I see the stuff that's riding around out here acting like an Uber. So yeah, you can yeah, you just never know. But that was comical. I had you know, after it was all over and everything was calmed down, I checked my vehicle, made sure there was no rips in the upholstery, and the door handles were still on, and the door still closed properly, and all that kind of stuff. Because when they went out the door, when they rolled out, they went out quick. I guess one of them grabbed the handle, trying to get away from the other one, and out they went on the ground. And it commenced for a good while, at least till the police officers got there. I wasn't stepping in. No, 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 no. You guys can go ahead and break bones, knock out teeth, do whatever you got to do. I'm going to sit here and wait on the officers and let them take care of you and get you where you got to go to, because your ride just ended with me. At that point, I go to the app, pick it up. I ended the run right there on the spot. So thank you for that $4 or $5 that you were going to give me. And I don't care about the tip. You guys can decide where y'all going to be tonight, because I'm sure you're not going to be at the same address. If you are, the officers will probably be back more than once to talk to you, because I'm sure this hasn't ended with the hostilities that you guys had between you. If you watch this video, they didn't like each other. And we get visitors here that come down and stay for a few days, and they stay in the hotels, and some of the cheaper hotels. That's where they were going to, and they go out downtown, and we have some great bars here, and the nightlife is full, and there's music everywhere, and people get out there and do a little excessive. They were coming in kind of early for that, though, because I didn't expect them at 10:45, I guess it was. And I got the run to go pick them up. You know, it's before 11. You know, usually you stay out of downtown here doing pickups after midnight, because there's nothing really ever good going to happen out of it. You can have someone puking in your vehicle. You can have just, you know, issues that you just don't want to mess with. You know, belligerent, drunk. I try not to handle those people. I try not to even, you know. Anyway, I just want to tell you that story from last night because it was a good one. I mean, they were throwing full-fledged haymakers, just lefts and rights, just bam, bam, bam at each other. It was a fist fight, and there were knuckles, I'm sure, scarred up a little bit there, some heads. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna let you go. I just had to tell you that little story from last night. I was going to do a video on it last night, but it was way too late for me to turn around the corner and talk about that one. But today I figured it was time to tell you about what happened last night in the Uber. Anyway, Daddy-O out. I got another video coming out probably tomorrow for you guys that are doing the YouTube channel thing. I had a 17-year-old tell me, wise me up. You know, I asked for help. If you're still hanging with me, this 17-year-old sent me a comment and kind of explained things to me that I needed to have explained to me, to tell me why those videos blew up. All right. So I think I'm understanding it now. There's a fourth piece to this puzzle. You know, I've told you about the three. There's a fourth piece. That fourth piece can be difficult, but once you can find that fourth piece and use it, things happen. All right. I'll get in more detail when I do the video. Anyway, guys, you guys have a great afternoon, great evening. Daddy-o out for right now.